Gemini Danoi. No one can stop him. The U.S. In awe just before the WBC opener. Shohei Ohtani is in peak condition, heartfelt support from his mentor. While rivals burn with ambition to thwart his vision, Japan possesses everything. America trembles. U.S. Team executives speak on the true strength of Samurai Japan. Please enjoy until the end. The Dodgers' Shohei Ohtani is finally expected to join the Japanese national team for the WBC. Today, he finally departed from his local spring training camp for Japan. Even in Glendale, Arizona, where Ohtani was until yesterday, there was a continuous and unusual heat surrounding him every day. Just before he left America, the local voices of praise for him were endless. Whenever he appeared on the practice field, loud cheers erupted from both Japanese and American fans, and even during breaks in practice, shouts of Shohei echoed everywhere. It was an extraordinary situation where not only the media but even the coaching staff and teammates would visit just to watch his pitching and hitting. Witnessing this unprecedented scene, reporter Doug McCain of the local media outlet Dodgers Nation raised a voice of astonishment. Everywhere you go, fans from all over the world gather just to see Shohei Ohtani standing there. He is the most famous baseball player in history. Overwhelmingly so. Now, the entire United States bows down to and sincerely loves the one and only existence that is Shohei Ohtani. A debate symbolizing just how out of the norm and extraordinary he is currently unfolding across the entire American sports world. The prestigious media outlet CBS Sports ran a massive feature with the bold headline, "Is Shohei Ohtani the greatest baseball player in history?" In this discussion, reporter R.J. Anderson, who has covered Major League Baseball for many years, asserted with the highest praise, "I don't think there is a persuasive counterargument to this opinion. We have never before seen a professional player perform both pitching and hitting at this level for such a long period. Modern Major League Baseball is an era where technology, such as video analysis and tracking data, has developed to the extreme. In an environment where every hit and every pitch is stripped bare and every team spends massive amounts of money to devise countermeasures," Anderson continues, "the fact that he still hasn't been figured out tells the whole story. No matter how much research is done or how advanced data-driven baseball becomes, he can never be suppressed. Even American experts are saying, there's no way to stop him. It is an overwhelming performance that makes people break out in goosebumps." Kirk Gian of ESPN, who has covered the majors for over 40 years, said excitedly, "Ohtani is not just a talent. He is a revolution in baseball history. He has changed everything we thought we knew about baseball." Furthermore, Hall of Famer Greg Maddux, who boasts 355 career wins in the majors, gave high praise by mentioning the names of a legendary pitcher and a legendary hitter. "Watching him reminds me of Nolan Ryan, and in the next moment, he reminds me of Barry Bonds. Incredibly, he is both of them. Who was the last person to do anything close to this? Babe Ruth? Ohtani is even more than that. He is completely rewriting the common sense of baseball." However, the reason Ohtani is deeply loved throughout America is not just because of his talent. It is his blood-sweating effort behind the scenes that has pushed him to the top. In yesterday's live BP, he showed masterful technique, displaying peak condition. Furthermore, in the subsequent free batting practice, he hit 5 home runs. In the exhibition game against the Angels, he recorded an infield hit in his first at-bat, showing his game sense is already sharpened. Behind this all-too-smooth adjustment is the evidence of his effort in swinging the bat thoroughly, even before the start of camp. Dodgers hitting coach Aaron Bates revealed his surprise at Ohtani's attention to detail. "Shohei has practiced very diligently. Since there are no games yet, there's a bit more trajectory hitting, but the volume of swings itself is almost the same. His swing speed is clearly faster and in a better position than this time last year. It is a perfect approach that makes even the hitting coach wag his tongue in admiration." And in the eyes of the reporters continuing their coverage locally, a certain change in Ohtani was visible. First was the feeling that there were more scenes of him smiling than in previous years. This year is a season without uncertainties. His private life is fulfilling, and he has successfully made his return as a pitcher. The resolution of various worries is appearing in the changes in his expression. Having completely overcome his right elbow surgery, 2026 is truly his year of perfection. Amidst this, what captured the hearts of fans was a joke that popped out during yesterday's interview. When a local reporter asked if there was a possibility he would go out to pitch himself in the ninth inning if it came down to a final against the U.S., despite the policy of not pitching this time, Ohtani gave the best answer while wearing a wry smile, making the press gallery erupt. "I wonder. If Trout comes out at the end, I might go." The local press burst into laughter at this sense of humor. Fans were also ecstatic. "I respect his human quality to make the press smile even after making a serious decision. His skill in mentioning Trout's name to convey his determination without being heavy, yet giving a sense of expectation, is like that of a top-tier PR officer. This kind of mental leeway further boosts his charm, having overwhelming skill while also possessing a charming personality that fascinates the media and fans. This is exactly why he is loved worldwide. And there was one person who narrowed his eyes and reacted with plenty of affection to this statement. It was Hideki Kuriyama, the manager of Samurai Japan in 2023, who was visiting to inspect the site. Kuriyama, who reunited with Ohtani in the indoor facility and watched his free batting, laughed heartily upon hearing about the Trout comment from the press and replied immediately, "As expected, he'd definitely say that. Whether it's Judge or not, he'd say, 'The last scene is me. I'm going.' I can imagine the feeling that he wouldn't be stopped no matter how you tried. Because he is the mentor who understands Ohtani better than anyone, he spoke these words." Kuriyama spoke with the highest praise for the feats Ohtani has achieved in these few years and voiced strong expectations for him to break through even more limits. The world says things like he's had surgery on his elbow twice or that his age is reaching the peak for a baseball player, but he has erased all of that. He has always exceeded imagination. I don't want him to stay in the place where even I expect him to be. I want everyone to help create an atmosphere of Shohei. What are you even talking about? Continuing to overturn the common sense of those around him and stepping into uncharted territory, Shohei Ohtani spoke powerfully about his future ambitions during an interview before joining the Japanese team. First of all, maintaining a healthy state is number one. If I can do that, I think the game sense will naturally return as I accumulate more at-bats. And the ambition he holds no longer stops at just his own stats. Lauren Shahadi of MLB Network says she was impressed by the goal. Ohtani mentioned, he said he wants to win the World Series and win the Cy Young Award. But what was especially impressive was that he said he wants to change baseball. He isn't just seeking individual glory. He wants to raise the entire sport of baseball to the next level. There are very few players with such a vision. His existence is a treasure for the entire baseball world. Leaving behind such unstinting praise and expectations from America, he heads to the side of Samurai Japan, bearing the Hinomaru in the best possible state, both physically and mentally. And with the WBC finally approaching, major leaguers from rival countries are burning with an unusual obsession and rivalry. The young star of the U.S. team, Gunnar Henderson, shows his fighting spirit. Japan is the previous champion and has an unbelievable player like Shohei Ohtani. Fighting them will be the greatest challenge. That is exactly what we are looking for, fighting the best opponent on the best stage. It's exciting. Similarly, Pete Crow Armstrong of the U.S. team also aims to defeat Japan. Japan is a wonderful team. Their style of playing, faithful to the basics, their teamwork, and their world-class players for us, Team USA. Defeating them is our biggest goal. Bryce Turang of the Brewers is also looking forward to the match against Japan. There is no greater honor than being able to play against the world's strongest team like Japan. If we can defeat them, it will be the best moment of my career. Furthermore, Roman Anthony, who watched the previous tournament from the spectator seats, is quietly burning with fighting spirit. During the 2023 WBC final, I witnessed the moment Ohtani struck out Trout in the stadium. This time, I will stand on the same stage as a player for Team USA. It's like a dream to have the opportunity to fight Japan. I want to get revenge for that defeat. It isn't just the United States that is burning to defeat Japan. The Dominican Republic's superstar, Fernando Tatis Jr., also confidently declared, "Japan is truly an incredibly tough opponent. They have top-class players like Ohtani and Yamamoto, but we, the Dominican Republic, also have the best talent gathered. Japan is a great team, but we intend to beat them." And a declaration of war has also arrived from the South American powerhouse, the Venezuela national team. Gold Glover Michael Garcia said, "Japan is certainly a strong enemy, but we, Venezuela, are not losing either. We have passion and a hunger for victory. I am looking forward to the day we face Japan." It seems players from various countries are looking forward to the match with the Samurai. However, the media is trembling. They are filled with an unbelievable fear of the Japanese national team itself, which Ohtani is about to join. Anthony Castrovince, a reporter for MLB.com, analyzed the power map in the international arena this way. Major League Baseball may be considered the best baseball league in the world. However, in international tournaments, Japan reigns as the absolute king. Since the first WBC in 2006, Samurai Japan is the only country to have won multiple times, standing at the top 3 times during the tournaments. Japan's success is not a coincidence. It is the result of culture, philosophy, and unwavering dedication. True to those words, the official MLB website gave Japan a special title, King of the World Stage. In Japanese, the King of Baseball on the world stage. Remarkably, the United States, the birthplace of baseball, called Japan that. Against Japan, which boasts 3 championships in the past 5 tournaments, the media asserted more than just past glory. In the 2026 tournament as well, they are ready to prove once again that they are the strongest in the world as the defending champions. Furthermore, the latest power rankings released by the major American media outlet Fox Sports placed Japan as the top candidate for the championship. What Fox Sports is wary of more than anything is the overwhelming depth of the Japanese players. The same media mentioned names like Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Seiya Suzuki, Yusei Kikuchi, Kazuma Okamoto, and Munetaka Murakami, in addition to Ohtani. It is an unprecedented situation where they are paying attention even to professional baseball players within Japan and marking them thoroughly. And on the sports specialty channel, SPOTV, they are passionately explaining how terrifying Japan's unique thoroughness in the basics is in a short-term series. Japan makes contact with the bat, they don't strike out, and they make you throw a lot of pitches. Their defense is solid. They catch the balls that should be caught. Furthermore, regarding Ohtani, who is focusing on being a hitter in this tournament, their sense of caution is even stronger. He is by far the best player. Because he isn't pitching in this tournament, we will see Ohtani focusing solely on being a hitter. The anticipation and the simultaneous, bottomless fear of how incredible Ohtani's hitting will be without the constraints of being a two-way player is palpable. Hirokazu Ibata, the manager of Samurai Japan, told the U.S. media about the root of Japan's strength. Japanese players have played this style of baseball since they were young. That foundation and philosophy truly take root in them as they mature. Especially high school students are taught to win. They continue to hold that mentality and that way of thinking even after becoming professionals. I think this is a big reason why Japan is successful in international tournaments. Such intense interest in Japan is not limited to the baseball world and is even being directed from unexpected countries. Even the major Indian media outlet, Times of India, in a country where cricket is the national sport and baseball is hardly popular, ran a feature on Samurai Japan. What drew attention there was, surprisingly, the uniform. While many countries in the tournament adopted global mega-brands like Nike or Adidas, only Japan walked its own path. The long-established Japanese sports manufacturer Mizuno poured its latest technology into creating a design exclusively for Samurai Japan. Times of India introduced the enthusiastic voices of overseas sports fans under the headline, "Why is only Japan wearing a different uniform? Other countries' uniforms look lazy. Japan's Mizuno Starry uniform is completely stealing the show." Even countries that don't know baseball are fascinated by Japan's aesthetics and are sending praise. This is no longer an exaggeration to call it respect for Japan beyond the framework of sports. Overwhelming combat power, thorough tactics, and beautiful uniqueness. So, why is Japanese baseball evaluated so highly? The one who feels the answer more than anyone and finds it a threat is Mark DeRosa, the manager of the U.S. national team burning for revenge. By the time they enter this tournament, they are already in full throttle mode. When I talk to the top pitchers and hitters in the U.S., I tell them this: baseball is America's national pastime, but the current king is on the other side of the Pacific. We must not look away from that fact about Japan. That's why we made sure to gather the best members worthy of carrying the country. He mentioned the secret of Samurai Japan's strength. And what hit the core even further were the words of U.S. national team GM Mike Gersh. Japan has something that we and other countries never have. That is cohesion. They have a sense of being a true team and understand each other deeply. Being able to completely trust the comrade standing next to you is an immeasurable advantage. This is the reason why Japan continues to succeed in international tournaments. Cohesion, a sense of unity. These words tell the whole story of the evaluation of Japan. In America, there are as many world-class major leaguers as there are stars. In the Dominican Republic and Venezuela, superstars blessed with extraordinary physical abilities are crowded together. However, it is said that in an international tournament, you absolutely cannot win with just extraordinary individual ability alone. That is the truth of the WBC. The Japanese national team, under the name of Samurai Japan, has every member fighting solely for Japan's victory. This organizational power, unparalleled in the world, is the greatest threat to America. This talent, the experience on the big stage, and the solid cohesion that no one can break, the only country on earth that possesses all of these is Japan. Official MLB calls them the king of baseball, Fox Sports defines them as the team to beat, and U.S. team executives are terrified of their cohesion. Led by the world's best player, Shohei Ohtani, and supported by the strongest teammates, this is Samurai Japan. From Japanese fans, voices of empathy are gathering, saying, "I think it's truly precious to see Ohtani again 3 years after that famous scene. I'm looking forward to everyone staying healthy and injury-free in this year's WBC as well, and winning the title of world number 1 again." What do you all think? Please let us know your thoughts and expectations in the comments section. Encouraged by your comments, this channel will continue to upload and deliver the latest information and episodes of players active in the majors. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Please look forward to the next video.